Top 5, and look at Ruttman go outside of Geoff Bodine in corner 2. No luck there, though. And that 6th car there in the line behind the lap car of Tim Richmond is Darrell Waltrip, who is 5th. And now Tim moves high, allowing Darrell to go underneath. And another gentlemanly move by Tim Richmond. And now we have the first 5 cars running right together.
Wow, what an automobile race. I certainly hope that none of the fans left this speedway when it rained back about 100 laps ago, because they are missing a thriller.
This really complicates things for Joe Ruttman now. He's obviously working all over the back lid of Geoff Bodine, but now he's got to start watching for Waltrip, because 1/2 of an inch of a slip, and Waltrip's got it, like right here maybe.
There goes Waltrip on the inside of Ruttman going in turn.
Oh, and Joe sideways. I thought he was going to lose it again. He does lose the position, but he kept control of the race car.
As I was saying.
So Waltrip moves up into 4th, Ruttman back to 5th.
You know, that's the problem that everyone has right now. They've all got to protect their back door as well as try to pass that guy in front of them. I don't know what to do. This is a tough spot. Who knows what to do? Meanwhile, Earnhardt putting a couple of car links on Dale Earnhardt putting a couple of car links on Ricky Rudd.
Here's the replay of the Waltrip and Ruttman incident.
Darrell just touched the left rear of the Ruttman car enough that it got Joe a little bit sideways. He had to go up the hill. He did do a good job saving the car, but meanwhile, Darrell Waltrip got by him.
Well, we've got a situation here where it certainly does not look like that Earnhardt is the best on the track right now, but because there's so much going on and so much at stake, it may award him the win. We're coming up on slower traffic. They are going to approach them in 2 or maybe 3 laps. This might be the difference.
All right, before we get to the lap traffic, let's make predictions. Larry, who's going to win the race?
Dale Earnhardt.
Benny.
Dale Earnhardt.
Jackaroo in the pit area. Who's going to win this race, in your opinion?
Boy, that would be a tough call right now. I think I would have to go, however, with Ricky Rudd.
All right, good. I'm going to pick Dale Earnhardt to hold on here. They are approaching some slower cars now. The first they'll try to pass is Rick Baldwin in car number 64. And that should be this lap. The top 5 running right together.
Go back and mention again that everybody has won a race except the 5th running Joe Ruttman. So sentimentally, you really have to lean in Joe's favor, but it's beginning to look pretty bleak for him, running in 5th with inside of 20 laps to go.
But look at Rudd beginning to show some muscle now. Right on the back bumper of Dale Earnhardt. Let's see what happens as they work the traffic now down the backstretch. Buddy Arrington is the car they're lapping.
You know, this thing is getting more confusing every lap that they run, because I thought just a moment ago that Earnhardt was pulling away from Rudd, but now,
no way.
Rudd right on his back bumper.
Yep.
And interestingly, Geoff Bodine, if the experience of 1986 would have been any indication, you would have expected him to be at the front, not near it, but at the front. But Rudd and Earnhardt are definitely burying him right now. He looks like he's out of it. He's holding back Waltrip and Joe Ruttman.
Willie T. Ribbs is the car ahead of Earnhardt. Ribbs going low on the racetrack, and Dale Earnhardt and Ricky Rudd both passing him.
And Joe Ruttman trying to make another move again. Ruttman is just behind those 2 cars you're looking at. He's trying the outside of Waltrip. There you see him.
There they are, Bodine, Waltrip, and Ruttman. That's 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Now Ruttman looking outside, but there is a slower car to the inside of the racetrack. That is Chet Phillip in number 81.
Bodine is winning this race for either Earnhardt or Rudd. Bodine's holding everybody up.
It looks that way because Geoff Bodine, the pole sitter, had the fastest car several times today during the race. Right now, does not seem that this car can keep up with the 3 and the 15 of Rudd. There we see Geoff Bodine, Darrell Waltrip right on his rear bumper, and Joe Ruttman right on his back bumper.
It's perhaps the last time we'll get an opportunity to mention it, but I think Willie T. has run a very nice race here today. He's kept out of the way of the leaders. He has spun a couple of times, but that's something that comes with experience, and Willie T., I'm sure, is going to be back in Winston Cup racing.
Hey, Benny, we saw how much promise Rusty Wallace had when he came to this league. It would take him like 91 races before he finally won. It doesn't happen the first month you arrive.
It doesn't happen overnight, that's for doggone sure. Willie T. Ribbs has won in other sections, in other groups of racing. I'm sure he'll win here.
There he is, Willie T. Ribbs from San Jose, California. California, started 29th in today's grid and is still on the racetrack in competition. And there is the interval between first and second. Bobby Hillin is being lapped once again. Now Rudd goes inside, but no room there, and he has to stay back into second position.
10 laps to go. And 10 laps on this track, it's like going down to the end of the street. It happens real quick, even though it takes 21 seconds to go around, and you skate at this condition of the racetrack, this length of race, it goes by quickly, doesn't it?
It sure does. But it's not going to go by quickly for Dale Earnhardt because he still has Rudd in the rearview mirror. And I think that on green racetrack, clear racetrack, that Earnhardt could keep Rudd by. But always that problem of passing cars, the traffic situation that they run across. And which way does he choose, the inside or the outside? How can he keep Rudd behind him? That's all the things that's going through Dale Earnhardt's mind right now. The next 10 laps is going to be a long, long time.
Bodine, Waltrip, Ruttman, third, fourth, fifth. They continue to run in that order. Joe Ruttman going high of Darrell Waltrip, and we have the report once again that sprinkles are beginning to be felt in the pit area. Should Dale Earnhardt win today's race, it will end 2 streaks. It will end the 11th different winner in 11 races over 2 seasons, and it will also be our first repeat winner of 1986.
Because Dale Earnhardt won last week in Darlington, South Carolina.
Dale Earnhardt, there is so much riding on the next month or so for Dale Earnhardt. He asserted himself last week. I think he silenced a lot of the complaints, criticism from episodes earlier this year when he won so smashing last week. But there have to be a lot of journalists who are watching this one carefully. How will he handle the situation with Ricky Rudd should Ricky get alongside? Ricky's a pretty big favorite down here. So is Dale. So there's going to be a lot of feelings on both sides.
5 laps to go. 5 to go.
The problem is Dale Earnhardt, I don't think he's going to let Ricky Rudd get alongside of him unless he does it on the outside. He'll give Ricky the outside of the racetrack, and I don't think Ricky can do anything with it out there. But he's got 4 laps to find out, and we'll find out.
Once again, we watch this battle for third and fourth position. Now we're back up front to the leaders. And there is the interval between second and third position. So it's basically a 2-car race. It's going to come down to that, to the checkered flag. Will it be Dale Earnhardt, or will it be Ricky Rudd, Chevy or Ford?
If they were qualifying, Ricky Rudd is faster. This is not qualifying.
Now we have just 3 laps to go. They're down the backstretch. It's Earnhardt still leading. 4 or 5 car lengths now on Ricky Rudd.
Dale keeps it right on. He's sure to keep it on the bottom of the racetrack, costing time around the racetrack, but he knows that's the spot that Ricky Rudd can get by the easiest. He has to cover that spot first.
Next time around, it'll be the white flag. Just 1 more lap to go.
And not a good set of turns the last time. Through 1 and 2 for Ricky Rudd. You can see he lost about a car length, and a car length is almost as good as a lap at this juncture of the race.
The white flag is out. 1 more lap to go. We'll watch Dale Earnhardt and Ricky Rudd down in turn number 2 now. Rudd hangs onto the lead. They come off the second corner and down the backstretch. Earnhardt lengthens his lead to about 5 car lengths. They're in turn 3. Now turn 4, off the corner. Dale Earnhardt wins the first Union 400. Rudd finishes second. Here comes Bodine in third, then Waltrip, and then Joe Ruttman. And the Wrangler crew celebrates a victory. Dale Earnhardt has won his 2nd consecutive Winston Cup race. Last weekend at Darlington on the High Bank Super Speedway, and now on the short track here at North Wilkesboro.
That last caution flag really set up the opportunity for drama, guys, but Dale Earnhardt made it anticlimactic, didn't he? He sure did.
Earnhardt has just, as I mentioned at the very beginning of the show, the most dominant car by far on the Winston Cup circuit this year. Proves again today. These fellows have got some work cut out for them. They're going to beat that Wrangler machine in 1986.
You are absolutely right. Now, Dale went into this race in 2nd position in the Winston Cup points, about 48 behind Darrell Waltrip. But that gap is going to narrow because of Earnhardt's win here at North Wilkesboro. So Jack Arute has made his way to victory lane, and as soon as Dale gets unstrapped, we'll move in to talk with him, and we'll do that in a moment.
Right, dude.